Most of the top players in the NBA can flash their fingers with championship rings on them. You know, LeBron James, the Golden State Warriors, Big Four, Kawhi Leonard, the usual. So, which NBA superstars are up next for a championship ring, and which future Hall of Famers will retire without ever holding the Larry O'Brien trophy? I'm Justin Fraction, and today we present 5 NBA stars that will win a championship ring and 5 that never will. At TPS, we post videos every single day, so don't forget to click the subscribe button to subscribe. Then click the notification bell to be notified when we post a new video. Number 5, Joel Embiid. Drafted with the number 3 pick in 2014, Joel Embiid is fronted the Philadelphia 76ers' well-known process called, the process. This young man is quickly coming to his own and will be the NBA's top center for years to come. He's also in prime position to lead Philadelphia to multiple championships thanks to the young talent around him. Ben Simmons figures to be a perennial MVP candidate with Embiid. Don't count out Markelle Fultz just yet, and they have an all-star in Jimmy Butler to clean up the shooting and defensive play. Embiid is part of a young, star-studded core. Once the Golden State Warriors dynasty breaks up, Embiid and the 76ers will be the next super team of the NBA, one we all know will win multiple titles. Number 5, Dwight Howard. Not quite on the level of Karl Malone and John Stockton, but D12 will be remembered as one of the very best that never won a championship. Howard guided his Orlando Magic to the finals in 2009, but they were no match for Kobe Bryant's Los Angeles Lakers. Howard kept moving to new cities, looking to finally win that elusive title. It never happened. A one-year stop in Los Angeles turned in nothing. Going to Houston and Atlanta didn't get him close to a championship either. And so, the 8-time All-Star and 3-time Defensive Player of the Year continues to bounce around teams, likely understanding he'll never win a championship. He has a good chance at the Hall of Fame, but Howard has run out of time to win a championship. Number 4, Jimmy Butler. It didn't work out with the Chicago Bulls and Minnesota Timberwolves. No problem. Jimmy Butler is part of the Philadelphia 76ers powerhouse, and this team gives him a chance to win a title or two before his storied career ends. Butler, Embiid, and Simmons form the top big 3 in the Eastern Conference. This team might be capable of beating a Golden State team at full strength for all we know. Butler has waited and waited for the right team around him to be assembled. It has been. Here he is in Philly, ready to win some championships. It's a matter of when, not if. 4, Blake Griffin. The big 3 of Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Jordan will be widely remembered as one of the greatest big 3s to never win it all. The LA Clippers made the playoffs 6 straight years from 2012 to 17 with this core, but they could never reach the 3rd round. Blake got traded to the Detroit Pistons at the 2018 deadline. Sure, he and Andre Drummond form a nice front court duo, but the Pistons don't have a superstar point guard nor the roster depth to win a title. Griffin only has so many years left, and the twilight of his career isn't too far off. He's one of the most dominant big men of this era, but unless the Pistons trade him, a championship ring isn't coming anywhere near him. And no, the Pistons will not be trading Griffin after sacrificing so much to get him. Number 3, Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is easily a top 5 player in the NBA. He's only in his mid-20s and has all the time in the world to win a title. Thing is, we're pretty sure Davis will leave the New Orleans Pelicans and join a superstar team elsewhere. Teaming up with LeBron James and the Lakers seems like a good bet. Boston Celtics will be interested too. The Warriors dynasty can't go on much longer. Davis will smartly leave the Pelicans and join a new contender, then win 1 or more rings there. He's got at least 10 more years to do it. Come back to this video in 2028 and let us know how we did. Number 3, Paul George. Credit Paul George for being kind enough to the OKC Thunder by re-signing on a 4-year deal worth $137 million. Nice of him to stay with a small market team rather than head to the Lakers or Clippers. But George also devoted the rest of his prime years to a Thunder team that is very good but not great. Even when the Warriors crumble, the Houston Rockets and LeBron's Lakers will be there to stay. George is nearing his 30s and he'll start slowing down sooner rather than later. With virtually no cap space, the Thunder aren't in a position to add a new superstar to help him and Russell Westbrook. George deserves a championship, but he kind of gave up that opportunity by re-signing with Oklahoma City. Number 2, James Harden. The 2018 NBA MVP got to the finals in 2012 as a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder, but the Miami Heat dispatched them in 5 games. Harden has blossomed into a superstar since being traded to the Houston Rockets, winning the 2018 MVP award and leading his team to 65 wins. Now, we had to exclude teammate Chris Paul from this list. Why? CP3 is in his mid-30s and running out of time to win. In Harden's case, we can see him leaving Houston to join a title contender down the road, especially if their title window begins to close. We're confident Harden will win a ring before his career ends, but it's a little harder to say about Paul. Forgive us, Rockets fans. Number 2, Carmelo Anthony. He's one of the most prolific scorers of all time, and Carmelo Anthony has all but secured a spot in the Hall of Fame. But unfortunately, the ring chasing hasn't gone well. It's too bad his prime years were wasted by some terrible Nuggets and Knicks teams. Anthony joined the OKC Thunder in 2017-18 hoping to win a title with Paul George and Russell Westbrook. That failed. Anthony joined the powerhouse Houston Rockets in 2018 hoping to win a ring with Harden and Paul. He was cut loose a month into the season. Melo is past his prime. He's barely a starter anymore. Time is not on his side. He's not winning a championship, but Anthony probably knew it was a pipe dream when he signed that $124 million contract in 2014. Number 1. Will Giannis Antetokounmpo. Whether he stays with the Milwaukee Bucks or not, it's safe to say that the Greek freak will win at least one title in his career. LeBron James starts slowing down, and Antetokounmpo will be the new face of the NBA. With Eric Bledsoe and Chris Middleton as his sidekicks, the young Bucks are set to dominate for many years. But if Giannis isn't confident that Milwaukee will lead him to the promised land, he can always pull a Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron, or Durant move by signing with a team that he knows will bring home a championship or two. He's very young and just getting into his prime years. The question really is when, not if, Giannis wins a championship. Number 1. Won't Russell Westbrook. Well, Westbrook will always be applauded for his loyalty to the OKC Thunder. When Kevin Durant backstabbed him by signing with Golden State in 2016, Westbrook signed a contract extension to stay with the only NBA team he's ever known. Westbrook has carried the Thunder on his back without Durant, even winning the 2017 MVP award. But as we touched on with the Paul George injury, it's just not lined up for Oklahoma City to win again. They can't afford a third superstar. Westbrook and George are running out of prime years. There's too much competition in the Western Conference, not just the Warriors. When all is said and done, Westbrook will go down as the best NBA player that never won a ring. We don't envision him leaving OKC, and we don't envision them winning a championship. But for his sake, we hope we're wrong. What other NBA stars will and won't win NBA championships? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.